sheet sits beside the parallel bar, casting gray reflections from a street lamp star. I spent 5 hours drawing out the spatial grid, trying to remember why we ever did. The office air is dry and the lightning is harsh, stretching long shadows like a winter marsh. I found an old blueprint from a summer night when we thought the architecture was completely right, but the graphite is smeared and the paper is torn, looking like a plan that was never born. The plotter hums with a steady mechanical drone, mirroring the weight of working all alone. I can hear the subway rumble down below, right underneath the floor where the graphics grow. You left your metal scale on the drawing stand before you walked away with an open hand. We haven't shared a single structural view, too busy fighting over what was true. The blue dust settles on my linen coat, but the window latch gives a sudden metal click, breaking through the static of the heavy thick. Roll the zinc sheet, drop the ink line down. We don't need to model this historic town. Step out on the terrace where the evening breaks. Forget about the ordinary system stakes. Find a fresh view past the boundary fence. We are building spaces that make actual sense. The night wind hits like a splash of cold stream, washing out the remnants of a heavy dream. I notice how the flagstone feels under my shoe, looking at an alley that is completely new. The traffic thins out to a peaceful pace, but the window latch gives a sudden metal click, breaking through the static of the heavy thick. Roll the zinc sheet, drop the ink line down. We don't need to model this historic town. Step out on the terrace where the evening breaks. Forget about the ordinary system stakes. Find a fresh view past the boundary fence. We are building spaces that make actual sense. We don't have to balance every structural frame. We don't have to carry an identical name. Let the compass rest on the oak wood shelf. We are drafting out a completely different self. Roll the zinc sheet, drop the ink line down. We don't need to model this historic town. Step out on the terrace where the evening breaks. Forget about the ordinary system stakes. Find a fresh view past the boundary fence. We are building spaces that make actual sense. The moon illuminates the aluminum crane as the city loses all its pressure stain. Just a wide platform stretching out so bright, with a brand new story under the light. A tin plate sits inside the sorting bin, right beside a kettle made of pewter thin. I spent 4 hours split in two. I found a postcard from a summer coast back when we had everything to value most. But the stamp is torn and the ink is pale, leaving just the outline of a cargo sail. The water heater sputters with a heavy hum, predicting that the summer is delayed to come. I can hear the plumbing and the ceiling shake like a minor tremor that the structures make. You left your heavy keys on the wooden shelf before you went away to rediscover yourself. We haven't shared a project or a path in weeks, too busy hiding from the emotional peaks. The dust of the routine settles on my skin, but the screen door latch gives a sudden creak, breaking through the pattern of a silent week. Drop the tin plate, leave the pantry floor. We don't need to pile up these things anymore. Step out in the courtyard where the morning breaks. Forget about the ordinary, historic stakes. Find a spot underneath the sky. We are letting all the old packaging die. Letting it die, letting it die, letting it die. The crisp wind hits like a splash of cold stream, washing out the remnants of a heavy dream. I notice how the gravel feels solid and real, remembering exactly how a choice can feel. The traffic opens up to a steady loose pace, but the screen door latch gives a sudden creak, breaking through the pattern of a silent week. Drop the tin plate, leave the pantry floor. We don't need to pile up these things anymore. Step out in the courtyard where the morning breaks. Forget about the ordinary, historic stakes. Find a spot underneath the sky. We are letting all the old packaging die. Letting it die, letting it die, letting it die. We don't have to glue every broken clay plate. We don't have to stand at an unyielding gate. Let the containers gather dust on the shelf. We are constructing a completely different self. We are completely different. We are. Drop the tin plate, leave the pantry floor. We don't need to pile up these things anymore. Step out in the courtyard where the morning breaks. Forget about the ordinary, historic stakes. Find a spot underneath the sky. We are letting all the old packaging die. Letting it die, letting it die, letting it die. The sun climbs high over the telephone wire as the morning shadows completely expire. Just a clean alley stretching out ahead, with a brand new story to gather instead.
Behind the old theater, the grease traps smell like rain, scraping yellow mustard off the table once again. The napkin dispensers are caught in a rusty cycle of pain, while the heavy delivery truck rattles the kitchen door pane. My apron has a permanent stain from the cherry pie sauce, and the clock on the wall calculates my emotional loss. The late night truckers are arguing about the highway toll, while their hash browns turn cold in a thick ceramic bowl. I'm pouring regular decaf into a chipped white cup, waiting for the heavy morning sun to finally show up. My ankles are throbbing from 6 straight hours on the floor, and my uniform smells like onions from the kitchen door. The ticket machine is finally growing quiet and still. The night manager is adding up the register bill. I can feel the tight grip on my shoulder start to drop as I watch the dark coffee trickle down to the top. It is a shift change happening inside my heavy head, and I am leaving behind every single word you said. Through the neon sea of the city looks soft and brand new, filtering out the memory of the things we used to do. The morning air is crisp as I walk out the exit door. I don't have to carry that old burden anymore. The street sweeper passes and sprays the curb with fresh mist. I pull my wool jacket tight to the bruise on my wrist from catching a falling crate of oranges down the lane. I am no longer trapped inside a world of digital pain. The air tastes like ozone and freedom and something so clean as the delivery vans start to fill up the morning scene. The ticket machine is finally growing quiet and still. The night manager is adding up the register bill. I can feel the tight grip on my shoulders start to drop as I watch the dark coffee trickle down to the top. It is a shift change happening inside my heavy head, and I am leaving behind every single word you said. Through the neon sea of the city looks soft and brand new, filtering out the memory of the things we used to do. The morning air is crisp as I walk out the exit door. I don't have to carry that old burden anymore. No more wiping down tables for someone else's grand scheme. No more hiding away the broken pieces of my dream. The neon sign is blinking, but I don't look at the glow. I'm turning my back on the only world that I know. It is a shift change happening inside my heavy head, and I am leaving behind every single word you said. Through the neon sea, the city looks soft and brand new, filtering out the memory of the things we used to do. The morning air is crisp as I walk out the exit door. I don't have to carry that old burden anymore. Clocking out tonight underneath the golden dawn. Every single shadow is completely dead and gone. The silver foil tears with a sharp metallic sound, while the ceiling fan spins round and round and round. I unpack a sandwich that I made at dawn, staring through the blinds at the neighbor's overgrown lawn. The television plays with the volume on mute, showing old commercials for some winter fruit. A single heavy fly taps against the screen, looking for a way to escape the quiet scene. I haven't left the kitchen since the mail arrived, just bills and advertisements for the underthrived. The linoleum is peeling by the bottom drawer, leaving gray adhesive sticky on the floor. I trace a circle with the edge of a bent spoon, watching how the shadow changes in the afternoon. You left a set of keys on the porcelain tray before you took the bus and headed far away. The silence in the kitchen has a heavy taste, like an expensive meal that went completely to waste. Every little movement takes a lot of pride, but the afternoon sun cuts through the dusty paint, washing off the memory of the winter rain. Tear the silver foil, throw the wrapper in the bin. We don't need to stay where the walls are closing in. Step outside the doorway where the air feels bright, underneath the coverage of the early summer light. Leave the bent spoon sitting on the kitchen sink. We have spent too many hours trying hard to think. Now the sidewalk opens up flat and clear. A scooter rumbles past on the narrow street, dropping off a package that I won't repeat. I notice how the asphalt feels solid to my shoe, giving me a feeling that is entirely new. The world doesn't care if you hesitate or stop, it just keeps on spinning like a child's toy top. My shoulders settle down as I reach the corner store, but the afternoon sun cuts through the dusty paint, washing off the memory of the winter rain. Tear the silver foil, throw the wrapper in the bin. We don't need to stay where the walls are closing in. Step outside the doorway where the air feels bright, underneath the coverage of the early summer light. Leave the bent spoon sitting on the kitchen sink. We have spent too many hours trying hard to think. Now the sidewalk opens up flat and clear. We don't have to fix what was broken from the start. We don't have to analyze the chambers of the heart. Let the television flicker in the empty room. We are walking far away from the domestic gloom. Tear the silver foil, throw the wrapper in the bin. We don't need to stay where the walls are closing in. Step outside the doorway where the air feels bright, underneath the coverage of the early summer light. Leave the bent spoon sitting on the kitchen sink. We spend too many hours trying hard to think. Now the sidewalk opens up flat and clear. The sun goes down behind the grocery sign, leaving a beautiful and simple orange line. Just real wind blowing through my head at night as the old apartment disappears from sight.
A tin plate sits inside the sorting bin, right beside a kettle made of pewter thin. I spent 4 hours in the back storage shed, pale, leaving just the outline of a cargo sail. The water heater sputters with a heavy hum, predicting that the summer is delayed to come. I can hear the plumbing in the ceiling shake like a minor tremor that the structures make. You left your heavy keys on the wooden shelf before you went away to rediscover yourself. We haven't shared a project or a path in weeks, too busy hiding from the emotional peaks. The dust of the routine settles on my skin, but the screen door latch gives a sudden creak, breaking through the pattern of a silent week. Drop the tin plate, leave the pantry floor. We don't need to pile up these things anymore. Step out in the courtyard where the morning breaks. Forget about the ordinary, historic stakes. Find a rust spot underneath the sky. We are letting all the old packaging die. Letting it die, letting it die, letting it die. The crisp wind hits like a splash of cold stream, washing out the remnants of a heavy dream. I notice how the gravel feels solid and real, remembering exactly how a choice can feel. The traffic opens up to a steady, loose pace, but the screen door latch gives a sudden creak, breaking through the pattern of a silent week. Drop the tin plate, leave the pantry floor. We don't need to pile up these things anymore. Step out in the courtyard where the morning breaks. Forget about the ordinary, historic stakes. Find a rust spot underneath the sky. We are letting all the old packaging die. Letting it die, letting it die, letting it die. We don't have to glue every broken clay plate. We don't have to stand at an unyielding gate. Let the containers gather dust on the shelf. We are constructing a completely different self. We are completely different. We are. Drop the tin plate, leave the pantry floor. We don't need to pile up these things anymore. Step out in the courtyard where the morning breaks. Forget about the ordinary, historic stakes. Find a rust spot underneath the sky. We are letting all the old packaging die. Letting it die, letting it die, letting it die. The sun climbs high over the telephone wire as the morning shadows completely expire. Just a clean alley stretching out ahead with a brand new story to gather instead. The mountain air clears the moisture from the glass as the highway climbs through the slate wall pass. I've been driving since the clock struck 3 a.m., passing through the limits of the valley dashboard cluster has a steady blue light across the paper map that I use tonight. The odometer's hitting a brand new road, so I pull off the road where the poplars grow. A steel barrier stands above a rocky drop, next to an old cabin and a trading shop. I shut the engine down with a sudden turn, watching how the clouds in the basin burn. The viewpoint coin slot has a weathered face, standing like a monument in this lonely place. A maintenance worker sweeps the parking square, too busy with his routine to really care. But the horizon line is stretching out so grand, shaking off the worries that I couldn't stand. The engine is cooling under the open sky, and my limbs feel loose after hours gone by. Stop at the slate wall, follow the canyon path, forget about the system and its heavy math. Drive into bright dawn, now the rigid structure's gone. Find an open territory, wide and clean and long. I walk to the edge of the rocky slope, looking at the depth with a different hope. The sun finally breaks through the eastern wall, casting long beams where the whole world calls. I can feel the warmth on my denim sleeve, giving me a reason to finally believe that the destination doesn't matter anymore, just the road and the light and the open door. But the horizon line is stretching out so grand, shaking off the worries that I couldn't stand. The engine is cooling under the open sky, and my lips feel loose after hours gone by. Stop at the slate wall, follow the canyon path, forget about the system and its heavy math. Drive into bright dawn, now the rigid structure's gone. Find an open territory, wide and clean and long. No more circling the identical city grid, no more hiding under what the routine did. The highway belongs to anyone who wants to move. We are stepping straight into a better groove. Stop at the slate wall, follow the canyon path, forget about the system and its heavy math. Drive into bright dawn, now the rigid structure's gone. Find an open territory, wide and clean and long. The motor starts up with a steady, clean hum as the old restrictions completely succumb. Just a wide horizon and a clear, open track. We are moving forward, and we aren't looking back.
Red dust on the mirror from the open window breeze. I can hear the soft rustle of the neighborhood elm trees. The old steam radiator makes a gentle clicking sound as the golden morning sun starts to paint the wooden ground. I am folding your old denim jacket to put in the box, along with the mismatched mismatched pairs of your winter wool socks. The laundry is spinning down in the basement utility room, and the kitchen corner smells like the lavender soap bloom. I am sitting on the countertop watching the water boil, no longer feeling the weight of the daily emotional toil. I used to think that the silence would swallow me whole, leaving a massive black hole in the center of my soul. The steam is rising up from the ceramic porcelain mug as I sit cross-legged on the faded woven rug. The tight knot in my chest is starting to completely unwind, leaving the worst of the relationship memories far behind. It is a beautiful paper frame that I am looking through, learning how to live my life without depending on you, creating some empty shelf space inside this sunny room, watching the small purple flowers on the sill start to bloom. The glass is completely clear and the light is pouring inside. Trying to desperately hide. The neighbors are talking out on the fire escape line, and their voices sound sweet and completely normal and fine. I am watering the small green ferns by the window pane, no longer feeling the pressure of the old digital pain. I am taking my time as I sweep up the kitchen floor, feeling a brand new strength that I never felt before. The steam is rising up from the ceramic porcelain mug as I sit cross-legged on the faded woven rug. The tight knot in my chest is starting to completely unwind, leaving the worst of the memories far behind. It is a beautiful paper frame that I am looking through, learning how to live my life without depending on you, creating some empty shelf space inside this sunny room, watching the small purple flowers on the sill start to bloom. The glass is completely clear and the light is pouring inside. I have nothing left that I am trying to desperately hide. The clock keeps ticking but the pressure is totally gone. I'm looking forward to the arrival of every new dawn. The walls aren't closing in, they are keeping me warm, giving me a peaceful place after the end of the storm. It is a beautiful paper frame that I am looking through, learning how to live my life without depending on you, creating some empty shelf space inside this sunny room, watching the small purple flowers on the sill start to bloom. The glass is completely clear and the light is pouring inside. I have nothing left that I am trying to desperately hide. An empty shelf space under the morning sun. The heavy lifting of the past is finally done.
The wooden step creaks under the heavy boot, while the tractor passes by the orchard route. I left the cedar shingles drying on the lawn, watching how the fog disappears at dawn. You are leaning back against the oak plank wall, watching how the yellow leaves begin to fall. The air is incredibly crisp that was heavy and dark. I bring to earthenware mugs filled with tea, hoping that the gesture will let us feel free. The old cat sleeps on the flannel cloth mat, moving his paws right where we sat. The breeze is finally dropping from the west, allowing some comfort to visit the chest. You adjusted the knot of your linen warp, giving me a look that was free from a sharp. The pine logs burn with a clicking sound, and the morning sky turns a beautiful gold, washing out the static that we used to hold. Sit on the old plank, adjust the linen warp. We don't have to keep this conversation sharp. We can find a pathway to a simple peace. Let the heavy friction in the kitchen cease. Leave the stubborn arguments inside the room. We are stepping out of the domestic gloom. A delivery van rumbles down the lane below, an ancient vehicle that is steady and slow. I feel my fingers loosen from the ceramic rim, realizing the future isn't entirely grim. The distance between us doesn't feel so wide, and the morning sky turns a beautiful gold, washing out the static that we used to hold. Sit on the old plank, adjust the linen warp. We don't have to keep this conversation sharp. We can find a pathway to a simple peace. Let the heavy friction in the kitchen cease. Leave the stubborn arguments inside the room. We are stepping out of the domestic gloom. Oh, we don't need a massive breakthrough conversation. We don't have to force a complete transformation. Just sitting on the timber in the morning chill is enough to clear out the emotional bill. Sit on the oak plank, adjust the linen warp. We don't have to keep this conversation sharp. We can find a pathway to a simple peace. Let the heavy friction in the kitchen cease. Leave the stubborn arguments inside the room. We are stepping out of the domestic gloom. The sun illuminates the entire orchard floor as the autumn season opens up a wider door. Just a peaceful stillness on the wooden deck, with the old worries reduced to a speck. The shift marks days on the clipboard frame. The rows and numbers look completely the same. I've been typing codes since the midnight bell, watching the slow loader lift a diesel shell. The terminal trailer smells like vinyl floor, making me wish that I was past the door. My eyes feel dry from the luminous trail. It's the longest winter that I've had to scale. The little fan hums on a loose metal mount, leaving me with nothing but a seconds count. The switch engine drops a heavy steel ramp, splitting the silence of the switching camp. I can see the main track from the glass pane, wishing I was drifting on a different train. You left a message in the locker room space, saying you were finished with the corporate race, but my contract runs until the clock strikes 6. Stuck inside a station that I cannot fix. The quiet routine is a heavy iron chain. Still I hear that horn cut through the strain. But the signal horn gives a short, sharp sound, erasing the boundaries that kept me bound. One clean breath and the whole place shakes like a locked up door that finally breaks. Close the shift mark, find the rail release. We are turning around, let the pressure cease. Step through the gate where the tarmac gives way. Feel the sudden movement of a brand new day. Leave the company logs behind the guardhouse door. We aren't checking these containers anymore. The padlock clicks as the manager leaves, stepping past the fences where the willow weaves. The morning frost is melting on the iron track, but the world outside isn't turning back. My chest feels lighter with every block, like a worn out hinge coming loose from the dock. And I don't look twice when the whistle calls, I just let that old life hit the wall. Signal horn gives a short, sharp sound, erasing the boundaries that kept me bound. One clean breath and the whole place shakes like a locked up door that finally breaks. Close the shift mark, find the rail release. We are turning around, let the pressure cease. Step through the gate where the tarmac gives way. Feel the sudden movement of a brand new day. Leave the company logs behind the guardhouse door. We aren't checking these containers anymore. No more sorting parcels that we never could keep. No more selling hours for a value so cheap. Let the terminal operate without our name. We are starting up a completely different game. And if the yard lights fade in the rearview glow, I'll still know where the true line goes. Close the shift mark, find the rail release. We are turning around, let the pressure cease. Step through the gate where the tarmac gives way. Feel the sudden movement of a brand new day. Leave the company logs behind the guardhouse door. We aren't checking these containers anymore. The sorting yard shrinks in the distance behind, as a beautiful stillness settles in my mind. Just a quiet road where the poplars grow tall, and a lovely feeling that I don't feel small. A Polaroid picture sliding out from the recipe book. I take a second to stop and give it a gentle look. We were laughing together on a freezing December night, underneath the local diner's flickering yellow neon light. Your handwriting on the back is starting to slightly fade, marking the end of the beautiful mistakes that we made. The transition is quiet and the air feels remarkably clean, like the final soft credits rolling on a cinema screen. I can feel the old restriction in my chest start to release as we both walk away toward our own separate peace. Yeah, it is a slow motion change, learning how to live without you inside the paper frame. The colors look faded and sweet. I am finding a new rhythm for my own 2 feet. Sometimes it just gives me a brand new place to start. Slow motion change. The keys on the kitchen counter are catching the morning sun. We both knew the heavy story was eventually completely done. No angry shouting matches or slamming the front wooden door, just a quiet understanding that we couldn't do this anymore. I am putting the old letters inside a cardboard moving box, along with the extra keys and the heavy winter wool socks. The transition is quiet and the air feels remarkably clean, like the final soft credits rolling on a cinema screen. I can feel the old restriction in my chest start to release as we both walk away toward our own separate peace. Yeah, it is a slow motion change, learning how to live without you inside the paper frame. The colors look faded and sweet. I'm finding a new rhythm for my own 2 feet. Sometimes it just gives me a brand new place to start. Slow motion change. No more trying to force the broken pieces to perfectly fit. No more spending the nights crying over the sadness of it. The chapter is closing and the pages are turning so fast. We are finally leaving the weight of the complicated past. Yeah, it is a slow motion change, learning how to live without you inside the paper frame. Oh, the colors look faded and sweet. I am finding a new rhythm for my own 2 feet. Sometimes they just give me a brand new place to start. Slow motion change. Slow motion change.
The low battery icon is blinking on the bedside table tray. It is the perfect excuse to let the messages drift away. The curtains are heavy and the room is beautifully dark. Outside the window I can hear the neighbor's dog bark. I am placing my keys inside the ceramic decorative bowl, tired of the digital noise that was draining my soul. The endless updates are frozen on the dark glass screen. It is the quietest afternoon that I have recently seen. My reflection in the mirror looks remarkably calm and clear, without the constant pressure of the things I usually fear. I used to scroll through timelines until my fingers grew numb, waiting for a validation that would never actually come. The signal drops to zero and the connection goes dead. I am listening to the real thoughts inside my own head. The phantom vibration in my pocket starts to finally cease as the silence expands into a pocket of absolute peace. I'm letting the signal drop into the quiet evening air, leaving the entire online world sitting right over there. Through the blank feet, the room looks spacious and brand new, filtering out the heavy expectations of the crowd. I knew the volume is down and my breathing is steady and slow. I have no other place that I really need to know. The morning sun is making patterns on the wooden floor. I haven't checked the headlines or the weather report anymore. I am brewing some green tea in a plain ceramic pot, appreciating the simple things that I have actually got. The floorboards are cold, but they hold my weight just fine without the artificial metric of an online line. The signal drops to zero and the connection goes dead. I am listening to the real thoughts inside my own head. The phantom vibration in my pocket starts to finally cease as the silence expands into a pocket of absolute peace. I'm letting the signal drop into the quiet evening air, leaving the entire online world sitting right over there. Through the blank feet, the room looks spacious and brand new, filtering out the heavy expectations of the crowd. I knew the volume is down and my breathing is steady and slow. I have no other place that I really need to know. No more looking at numbers just to feel like I belong. No more singing along to someone else's bitter song. The network is disconnected and the grid is completely gone, and I am looking forward to the arrival of the dawn. I am letting the signal drop into the quiet evening air, leaving the entire online world sitting right over there. Through the blank feet, the room looks spacious and brand new, filtering out the heavy expectations of the crowd. I knew the volume is down and my breathing is steady and slow. I have no other place that I really need to know. Letting the signal drop far away from my display, turning the volume down on what they want me to say. A plastic bench is freezing cold against my denim jeans. I'm staring at the schedule board filled with destination scenes. The Midnight Express is running 45 minutes behind, leaving too much empty space inside my overactive mind. The vending machine is buzzing in the corner of the hall, and my shadow looks incredibly long against the tile wall. The conductor is calling out numbers for the westbound line, and the coffee from the metal car tastes completely fine. I pull my wool scarf tight to block the sudden platform draft, thinking about the letters that I mistakenly drafted. I used to think that leaving meant I was running away in fear, but the distance is making the whole picture look real clear. The engine is roaring and the iron wheels begin to turn, leaving behind the old bridges that I had to completely burn. I can feel the heavy pressure and my forehead start to drop as the train builds momentum and the doubts finally stop. I am entering a station phase where everything is clear, moving fast across the state line without a single fear. Along the iron track, the winter landscape looks so wide, reflecting the open space that I am feeling deep inside. You don't have to follow me to know where I am bound. I am finally finding my feet on this solid, steady ground. The early morning fog is lifting off the frozen country fields. I watch the sunrise reflecting on the metal window shields. The passenger next to me is reading a thick paperback book, giving the quiet scenery a long and appreciative look. The rhythmic clacking of the train is a comforting, steady song, telling me that I am moving right where I belong. The engine is roaring and the iron wheels begin to turn, leaving behind the old bridges that I had to completely burn. I can feel the heavy pressure in my forehead start to drop as the train builds momentum and the doubts finally stop. I am entering a station phase where everything is clear, moving fast across the state line without a single fear. Along the iron track, the winter landscape looks so wide, reflecting the open space that I am feeling deep inside. You don't have to follow me to know where I am bound. I am finally finding my feet on this solid, steady ground. No more waiting on the platform for a train that never shows. No more standing in the dark where the cold wind constantly blows. The destination doesn't matter as much as the steady stride of letting the rhythm take over the eternal tide. I am entering a station phase where everything is clear, moving fast across the state line without a single fear. Along the iron track, the winter landscape looks so wide, reflecting the open space that I am feeling deep inside. You don't have to follow me to know where I am bound. I am finally finding my feet on this solid, steady ground. Station phase is keeping my mind incredibly calm tonight. The iron track is guiding me straight into the morning light. A cracked blue mug sits right by the rusted screen door. Cold wooden planks underneath my bare feet on the floor. The fog rolls in slowly across the empty gray bay. All of the summer crowds have finally gone away. No plastic chairs left along the line of the sand. No heavy words that I am forced to understand. The empty tracks where all the fast cars used to race are covered up with weeds inside this secret space. The lonely seagulls cry above the white rolling foam. I know this quiet town is never gonna be my home, but I can walk tonight beside the old wooden pier without carrying the massive weight of yesteryear. The dark water moves and the sky is freezing cold, and all the storylines we kept are getting old. I held my breath in too long, but now I'm listening close to the ocean song. Oh, the salt air washes over the stone, and I am standing here completely alone. Yeah, the low tide carries all of the pain out to the deep blue in the gray rain. You cannot fix what was broken inside. Look at the path that I made with the tide. The local corner shop is locked up real tight. No neon bulbs left to burn through the night. I bought some fresh bread up on top of the hill. The lady at the counter was so calm and still. My steady steps are feeling light and moving slow. I have no other place that I really need to go. The dark water moves and the sky is freezing cold, and all the storylines we kept are getting old. I held my breath inside for far too long, but now I'm listening close to the ocean song. Oh, the salt air washes over the stone, and I'm standing here completely alone. Yeah, the low tide carries all of the pain out to the deep blue in the gray rain. You cannot fix what was broken inside. Look at the path that I made with the tide. The water falls away and the sand is completely bare. There is a sudden shift within the morning air. Your heavy name has finally lost its tight grip. I watch the sea move and I just let it slip. Oh, the salt air washes over the stone, and I am standing here completely alone. Yeah, the low tide carries all of the pain out to the deep blue in the gray rain. You cannot fix what was broken inside. Look at